Hi and welcome everybody. In this video I would like to explain how you can add a foreign key into a child table when you create this new table, this new child table. So let's just recall what are foreign keys and what are primary keys. So we are talking about relational databases, and relational databases consist of tables. Basically you have two kinds of tables, parent tables and child tables. And there's a relation between parent and child tables. And this relation is implemented using the concept of foreign keys and primary keys. So each child table must at least contain one foreign key. And this foreign key must have or establish a relation to the primary key of the parent table. So there's a parent table and a child table, and the child table has a relation to the parent table. And you establish this relation within MySQL using the concept of foreign key. So you have to add a foreign key to a specific column in the child table. How can you create a foreign key whenever you establish a new table? So let me give you an example. Again, we are working with the ClubDB database, and the ClubDB database has a major table which is called the members table. The members table contains all the information of the club members. And now we want to add a new table which contains information about the sport events offered by the club. Sport events like trainings in soccer, in handball, volleyball, and so on. And let's call this table sports or sports 2. And you know you can create a new table just by writing the command create table if not exist. So creating a new table requires that at the beginning you write create table if not exist. So this is the first part. Then comes the name of the new table. So the name of the new table, in my example, let's call this table sports 2. And now comes the important part. You have to establish the columns of the table and their attributes. So we have to start with an open parenthesis. So we start first with an open parenthesis after the name of the new table. Then we insert a new line. In the new line, we establish the name, the label of the first column and the attributes of the first column. So let's call the first column sports ID. So this is the ID column for all the sport events offered by the club. And then we set the characteristics, the attributes of this column. And then we put at the end a comma. The comma means now there's a new line, and within this new line we specify the second column. The second column, let's call the second column sports kind. Sports kind is the name of the column for naming or for inserting, for giving the names, the kinds of the sport events offered by the club. So this is the name of the second column, and then we insert the characteristics of this column, attributes of this column. Then again, at the end, we write a comma, and then comes the next line. The next line is for the third column. The third column, let's call the third column sports participant. So this column gives the information which sport or which member takes part on the specific sport event. And this information means we insert here the members' ID numbers for the members that take part in any given sport event. And then we set the attributes of this column and then again the comma. And now we are in the last line of the expression within parentheses. And in the last line we have to specify the foreign key attributes. So we write at the beginning foreign key. So this is the first part of the command for establishing a foreign key, and then we have to write within parentheses the name of the column in the child table that should contain the foreign key. In our case, this must be the third column, sports participant, because sports participant contains information from the parent table members. The members table is the parent table, and the sports 2 table is the child table. After writing the name within parentheses of the column which should contain the foreign key, we have to write the second part of the command, and the second part is the keyword references. Now we establish the reference to the parent table. And the parent table is, of course, the members table, because the members table contains the IDs of all the members. And the ID variable of the members table, which is the primary key of the members table, is called members ID. So after writing the name of the parent table, for which we want to establish a reference to the child table, we have to set or specify within parentheses the name of the primary key of the parent table. And the name of the primary key of the members table is the column labeled members ID. And we have to put this name into parentheses. And that's all. Then we can close in the next line the open parentheses we started with at the beginning, and then writing a semicolon. And now we can execute this command and establish a new or create a new table, sports2, with the child table to the parent table members. It contains rows, and these rows are just combinations of members and sport events. Each row is for a given combination of member and sport event. And we can establish the relation to the members by specifying that the sports participant column is the foreign key and makes a reference to the primary key of the members table, the parent table. So keep in mind, whenever you want to create a child table, you have to specify a foreign key which makes a reference to the parent table. In our case, the members table. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next video.